Hi, you guys. I'm here literally after a long day, and I posted something on Instagram that I just was like, I have to share with you. It's a quote, and it says, "Your voice matters, your creativity matters. Invest in both," right? And I was thinking, like, why do we not invest in these things? I had a session with one of my mentors, Nyla Watson, who was on the show actually. So go back and look for her episode. She's amazing. She's such amazing things to say. She's a Broadway performer. She just finished her doing the national tour of Hadestown, and she is literally incredible and is such a powerhouse of a person. And we were talking about something that we keep going back to over and over and over again, which is just being willing to know that I have something to give. I have so much to give when I walk into an audition. I'm preparing for grad school auditions for vocal performance and pedagogy master's program. So she's helping me with all of that stuff. And yeah, it's a lot, thinking about these schools. And some of you guys, maybe you audition, or maybe you have dance classes that you go to, and you might feel like, oh my goodness, so inadequate. And she and I were talking, and she was, talking about how you have to realize that you have so much to offer, even just whatever the experiences that you've had, even just the fact that you're willing to step into those rooms, the moment that you're in those rooms, the moment you're in an audition room, the moment you go to that dance class, that space is yours. You are meant to be there because you made that decision to go. You made that decision to make that step, to invest in yourself, to invest in your own creativity. And not everyone does that, right? And the quote that I posted is encouragement to invest in both. And in the caption, I talk about how the reason we don't is really because we're afraid to make messy, imperfect action. We are afraid to not be perfect. We have doubt. We have fear around, what it's going to take. Oh my gosh, I have this much time in my day, in my week in order to be an amazing dancer. So there's no point in even trying to go for a dance class once a month because I don't have enough time. Right. But those are limiting beliefs. That's just what it is. I mean, let's call a spade, right? I guess I do play cards sometimes. I was going to say, I don't really play cards. So that doesn't vibe with me. But actually, I do like playing cards every now and then. Anyway, that was a side note. The point is, let's call it what it is. Those are limiting beliefs. You thinking that you are not X enough, you don't have enough time, you don't have enough money, right? Okay, so you can't invest in a voice lesson because you don't have money for a voice lesson. But there are so many opportunities to still invest in yourself as a singer and to grow and develop that voice. I'm doing a free workshop. I'm literally doing a free virtual workshop next month. And there is an interest form that it's so easy for you to sign up and come to the workshop and start developing your voice, right? Invest in yourself, invest in your growth. And it's a free opportunity. And there are so many things like that in this world, on the internet, and we just don't take advantage of it sometimes. And then from there, you're going to find that it is so worth investing even a little bit every now and then to take a voice lesson, to work with a coach, to develop that skill of singing and expressing yourself and being like, oh my gosh, I feel so free. I feel so free. I can be myself. I can sing. Oh my gosh, did anyone ever watch that episode of Victorious? Did anyone ever watch Victorious? Please let me know. Literally stop this podcast. Email me, DM me on Instagram, and let me know, hey, I also love Victorious, and I'm also, showing my age because I'm in my 20s. So if you're in your 20s or 30s, you probably watched Victorious at some point. But Ariana Grande's character before she became big Ariana Grande that we know now, Kat, she said at one point, I think she had lost her voice in one episode, and then they're like, oh, the doctor said you can't talk, blah blah blah, but then she got her voice back, and she was like, they didn't say I couldn't sing. So that's what that made me think of. That was such a tangent. I apologize. The point is, That is what it feels like when you get into a voice lesson. That is what it feels like when you get into that space where you are expressing yourself. You are being creative. You are in that dance class. You're at that audition and you feel like Ariana Grande and Victorious. Like, they didn't say I couldn't sing. They didn't say I couldn't dance. They didn't say I couldn't act. They didn't say that I couldn't write this song. They didn't say that I couldn't start writing this book, writing this poetry, right? Doing this art, creating this art. Maybe you're not even a performing artist, but you're listening to this because you love the creative inspiration. Maybe it's drawing. Maybe it's creating, graphic design, making t-shirts, fashion, right? Whatever it is, who said that you can't do it? It's probably you, your fear deep down, that's keeping you from doing it and taking the messy, imperfect action. You want to be perfect. You want to be perfect from the jump, and that's just not how it is. I've been singing my whole life, and I'm absolutely not perfect by any means. By any means. But I take small, messy action all the time, as much as I possibly can, because I love it. And because creative expression is at the heart. Like, we as humans, that is what we desire to do. We are made in the image of God. We are all creative. And especially if you have a particular skill in singing and performing and dance, like, you are going to always have that desire to pursue it. So you might as well start now. You might as well start small. You might as well start in whatever way that you can, but invest in it. And don't think that you have to be perfect tomorrow or else it's not worthwhile. No, messy, imperfect action, small steps of action are so worthwhile. Thinking that you need to be perfect before you can, no. You do not need to be a perfect singer before you can start singing. Of course, we want to pursue excellence. We want to be the best that we can be. We want to continue to grow and thrive, because if you're not growing as a human being, if you don't grow, you're dying, right? So there's either growth or nothing. So we want to keep growing. You're going to keep growing as a singer. So there's no end point. There's no point of perfection, not on this earth, at least, when it comes to singing, right? And performing and dancing and acting and writing plays, right? Some of you are playwrights as well as performers. Some of you are podcasters, okay? Right? Messy, imperfect action. Messy, imperfect action. I'm recording this on my iPhone right now, because I have to get this out and I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. So I really just have to sit down and not be super stressed. And I just want to get this message out, because I need you to know that messy, imperfect action is what you need to take right now. You need to go, do that small step of action. Go journal and write a song, a chorus of a song, if that's what you want to do. You need to go take that free dance class at the community, center that they're offering, right? That free trial class, right? Just do it. Take that step of action, small action, and know that you don't have to be perfect today or even tomorrow or even next week or even next year. But you're going to keep growing. You're going to keep developing because you started. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here for that. And I'm here for you in doing that. So I hope you feel that support. As always, I really hope you feel that support. Let me know if you feel that support. I would love to hear from you. I would love for you to take that step of action by going down to the show notes, and right at the top, you'll see the interest form for the free singing workshop. It's coming up. And it's coming up, and it's going to be so good. And you're going to feel so grateful that you took that time. You invested that time. No, it's not a monetary investment because it's free, but their time is way more valuable than anything else. And investing your time in yourself to raise your voice, to use your voice, to build that confidence in your singing and your creative expression, oh my goodness, is just so worthwhile. So go to that interest form, fill it out real quick. It takes less than a minute, and I will see you at that workshop. And I cannot wait. Literally, I cannot wait. I can't wait to see you. And I would love for you to DM me on Instagram if you have any thoughts about this or any questions. I'd love to hear from you. Creatively Performing Arts. You can also email me at creativelybyestelle@gmail.com. Everything is below in the show notes. And lastly, I would love for you to leave a review. It really helps the show, because there are people around the world, in different countries even, who are listening to this, and they need to hear this. More people need to hear this. More people need this message. Okay, so let's not keep this to ourselves. Let's spread this around the world, right? So please leave a review. It helps the show get to more people. It literally takes so little time to do it. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to just my my thoughts today. I really hope this encourages you. Remember, small, messy, imperfect action is so meaningful. Invest in your voice, invest in your creative expression. Okay, I'm here for you. I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for listening. All right. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode and to this show. I'm so in awe of you for being here and showing up for your creative gifts. That takes courage. Don't forget to join the performing arts community on Facebook for support and inspiration as you continue on your journey. If this episode helped or inspired you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and share it with someone. It means so much. Thank you again, and don't forget to keep singing, acting, dancing, performing, and living creatively. Talk to you next time.